going into this game against Colorado, obviously they've played a home game and an away game to start off the season, and they've acquired 4 points up to this point, and obviously their win was the away game against Chivas in LA, first game of the season. So they know what it's like to experience victory on the road. It'll be a formidable opponent for sure. They probably have one of the best tandems in the league up front in Connor Casey and Omar Cummings. So there's two players that we're going to have to absolutely keep track of over the course of 90-plus minutes. But at the same time, we have to concentrate on the way we play and the things that we do well. So I think our guys are ready. We've been working hard, and hopefully we'll have a good start to the game on Saturday night. So, ready for any questions, guys?
Peter, could you talk about some of the new players that Colorado has that you're taking maybe a hard look at?
Well, I mean, just in the back alone, with the way they played the last two games, with Earls on the left, and then Moore and Marvell Wynn in the middle, and Kimura on the outside on the right, is a different look for them. They look for a lot of play with the two outside players. And Marvell Wynn, I had him with when I was with the U20s, when I was assistant coach there. He's just one of those guys that provides an amazing athleticism into the game. He can recover very well, great in the air, and he's a good tackler. So he'll be a tough guy to beat down the middle. I would say that in the middle of midfield, with them acquiring Lorenowitz from New England was a good pickup for them, because he's a very hard-nosed player, very physical over the course of 90-plus minutes, and he's got a good long-range shot. So it's somebody you got to be aware of. With Bellucci playing on the right, that's kind of something that's been there, tandem up front. They're a solid team all the way around, and Connor Casey has been in form, almost all of last year and into this year, going into a World Cup year for him.
What about Claudio? If they played?
Yeah, I don't know where Claudio would play if he came into the team, because they have Colin Clark on the left, so he could go up front, but you have Omar and Casey up top. So I'm not sure how they would try and do that. Maybe they change their formation a little bit. There's a lot of different things they can do, because there's a couple other players in Smith that also comes available this week. So, and I just don't know if Claudio would be available for them. But if he is, he's somebody obviously we have to keep track of because of his movement off the ball. It's very good. So it's something we'll have to continue to keep an eye on.
You were talking about Marvell Wynn a little bit. I mean, you were talking about all the attributes he had that he brings to the Rapids. He sounds like a prototypical central defender, and yet Toronto had him playing outside when he was there. Well, most of his career he's played right back, so I think it was more of them taking a shot on him and seeing how he would perform in that area of the field. I mean, the thing that he does have is he has, like we said, incredible athleticism. It'll be interesting to see, though, how they match up, because they also do have another central in Bodette, central defender, who they could bring inside and then put Marvell Wynn out wide. But, it's all speculation at the end of the day. They've gotten 4 points out of 2 games, 3 of which were on the road, and I'm not sure how much they're going to tinker with their lineup at this point. How is you work with your squad every day. Are they a little restless after not having played the MLS game since the opener?
Yeah, I think the first thing I'd say is that normally, like the game we played in St. Louis, those games sometimes can be at a very slow pace, and the attitude could be is that, it's sort of a week off, why are we playing this game? And the pace at which we drove the game there was phenomenal. We are extremely proud of the way we came out to play that game. What I would say is that I definitely think that they're waiting to play another MLS team. So I think we're ready for the game, mentally and physically. So I think that the guys are just chomping at the bit at the moment.
Could you talk about how the extra week has allowed some of the players who got maybe scratched up in the opener to heal? Yeah, during the preseason when the schedule came out, I wasn't too excited with the fact that we had a bye week in the first, the second week of the season. But in hindsight, it winds up being a great thing based on the fact that a couple guys got really nicked up, and I don't think they would have been able to perform. A couple guys got sick last week, for not just for one day, but for more than a couple. So it really, this provided us with the opportunity to at least get those guys well rested, recovered, and our medical staff did a tremendous job in getting those guys back. So I wouldn't say everybody's 100% yet, nor is everybody 100% in, but we have more guys than we thought we'd have available at this point.
You played a lot of tournaments last year, and unfortunately we don't make it. You guys want to try to do it better this year, especially on the Lamar Hunt?
Yeah, look, our objective is to try to win anything that's available for us to win. So we're going to go into those games trying to play to win. But our main focus, and I mean this, our main focus is this next game, because nothing else really matters. We can't do anything else at this point. The Open Cup or anything doesn't matter until we finish this first game against Colorado. So that the good thing is the guys have been extremely concentrated on that and really haven't talked about anything else other than that game. And that's the way our focus has been from when we started preseason. It was our first game of the season. We got through that. Now we're focused on our next game, which is Colorado, and it's the regular season. So that's what we're looking towards. But make no mistake about it, we're a team that's interested in winning anything that's available to us at the moment.
Besides Sultan, everybody else is in good condition?
Everybody else is I would say right now mending and getting better and has the chance to play. Good possibilities on the weekend, but nobody has sustained an injury like he has, where it could be 6 to 8 months that he's out.
You have the Open Cup qualifier next week. Is there enough time between the end of the game Saturday and the qualifier to refocus your efforts?
For the coaching staff or for the players?
The players.
Yeah, no, I think having 24 players on the roster is a huge help for us. Making sure that those guys are all that has been our objective since preseason, was making sure that everybody was at the same fitness level. That's why you see we played the game against St. Louis. We also played against Indiana University. It was our desire to have enough games so all of those guys continue to get 90 minutes fit.
Do you feel comfortable playing any of the top 18, top 20, top 24, or any of the 24 in the Open Cup qualifier?
Yeah, I think everybody is has a lot of similarities in their level of play. So whoever we have to face, it's just going to be. There's no doubt we have to look at their strengths and weaknesses, but at the end of the day, we got to be more focused on the way we're playing.
Let's talk a little bit about Jimmy Nielsen and the attributes that attracted you to invite him into the squad, into the club.
Well, at the time, we were looking for a goalkeeper. A couple of things that really stood out about him is obviously, he's got a wealth of experience in playing First Division, number one. He went abroad and played as well. That's a big thing for us, a player who has already adjusted and adapted to a different culture, different style of soccer. And then the final thing is that, he's been a captain in the places that he's played. So he comes in with leadership qualities, and it was a big desire of ours in the offseason to add more leadership to our team, more men, if you will. And he's definitely one of those guys, and he has a great rapport with the players in front of him because he takes more of a coaching perspective in the way he deals with the other players in front of him, as opposed to just berating them if they make a mistake. So I think it's been well received, and he's highly respected amongst his teammates.